I just want you to hear these following words very deeply. You are only a prisoner of your circumstances until you become the parent to your heart. When you become the parent to the innocence of your heart, your inner prisoner has been paroled. And in order to parole all your inner prisoners and to move you back into being the parent to your own heart that allows the mind and heart to merge together in holy matrimony to bring to life the reality of emotional oneness, we say to the entire world that dwells in our heart, I love you. 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 This is what it means to surrender to love. Because these words indicate I am choosing love right now. And when I choose love, surrender has occurred. There are many options I can choose, but only one thing to surrender to, which is the glory of love. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was love. It's not as if the book said, in the beginning, there were words. There was a word. And the word is love. And out of that love came all of existence in under 6 days. So feel this in your heart that when you are surrendered, love is your focus. Someone pisses you off, bless them with love, love your own heart. Love the one who was hurt, love the one doing the hurting. I don't want to love them, love yourself more. Surrender to love means I let love act on my behalf. You know what actually gets in the way of surrendering to love is that we have love as an option, but we have other options. Why do we have other options? Why would you need any other option but love? You look through the catalog of options. What's the highest one? Love. Let's see what else. Why are you looking for other options? Like you go to the mall, you're looking for a certain shirt. You go to the first store, you find the exact shirt. But you're not going to buy it. You're just going to look around the other stores. Why are you going to do that? Why are you going to do that? Yeah, well, sweater vest. Someone just said. It's not like people are trampling over each other for these things. My shopping's pretty peaceful. The universe says, and we'll create him to wear a sweater vest. We'll make him 5'1" so that he and Eckhart Tolle do not fight over sizes. Perfect. 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 The biggest distraction on a spiritual path, aside from believing that spiritual path is going to resolve your concerns, because here's the truth. Spiritual path doesn't resolve your concerns. Spiritual exploration helps you lose sight of your concerns. This transmission is a heart-centered robbery. I am robbing you of your concerns. And at the end of this transmission, you won't know where they are. And you're welcome. But let's just let this point be point that brings this whole transmission and exploration of surrender to love together. You may have heard my invitation of loving what arises. You may have explored in varying degrees whatever arises, love that. Maybe you did it for a little bit, and your ego got bored, or you did it for a few seconds. It doesn't give me what I want. On to the next thing. Or maybe it worked, and then as it worked, you did it less often, and then, whatever. Everyone has their own experience with it. But here's my invitation. Here's what makes the love revolution so revolutionary. And I can only speak from personal experience. Love is not just an option. Love is the only option. So what would your life be like? Someone's not nice to you, you send them a blessing of love. And if you do not have it in your heart to do, and you don't have to lie to yourself, just be honest. I don't think I'm ready to send them a blessing of love. I think I need to take a few minutes and hate. Okay. Right? Sometimes we gotta do first things first. Do I have it within me to send them love? No, I think I need to hate first. Okay, good to know that. Good to know that. And take a few moments and give the shadow some relevance just on the inside. But if you're not able to love those who hurt you, love yourself more. And sometimes loving yourself isn't like love, trying to push the shadow down. Sometimes it's like, I gotta let this darkness just express itself on the inside. On the inside, an inner Metallica concert. An inner Metallica concert. No one else needs to be part of your mosh pit. On the inside, people. Something disappoints you, love yourself. You wonder where your soulmate is, love the one who's tracking, love the one who's waiting, love the one who wonders that, love the one who pauses or puts their entire life on pause until things become different. Love yourself. What's next? Love that one. Why am I like this? Love that one. When's everything going to change? Love that one. Why does God despise me? Love that one. What is real? Love that one. Who am I? Love who asks that. Love is the only option. It doesn't have to be your only option, but it will be. I'm just here to prepare you. You have other options, but not for long. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I'm a very patient man. The universe does not seem to be. There will come a time very soon where there is either loving yourself in response to life or varying degrees of suffering and insanity. Have you noticed? And the people who are acting the most insane are the ones begging for love. Now, I'm not saying you have to go up and introduce yourself and do that. You can love from afar and know that every time you love your heart through the center of your beingness, all the blessings of existence go to all beings in all dimensions, time and space, every time you love your own heart. Love is an option. Love is actually the only option. And unless you rely on only love in any given moment, what should I do with my life? I love you. What should I eat for lunch? I love you. And make your only option. If you want to awaken the love revolution, you got to make your life revolutionary. What do I feed my body? Whatever allows my digestion to feel loved, whatever allows my body to be alkaline, because when we're alkaline, we're more receptive to love. And the more acidic we are, the more unworthy and out of alignment we feel to being loved. And we hide ourselves and shut down and say, I can't receive love. Why? Because we're in an acidic state and we're not feeling our best to be in a state of receiving and admired. So when you love what arises, you allow yourself to discover emotional alkalinity, which can translate to nutritional alkalinity, which can then create an alchemical reaction where you become less of a carbon-based being and more of a crystalline light being. And this is the shift of the ages that is transforming you from being a person in search of your soul to being a soul dressed up as a person. And the only option that will get you there is love. And another word for love is breath. So whether for you it makes sense just to be with your breath, and the oneness of love is inhaling and exhaling consciously, or saying I love you allows you to be with your breath more harmoniously. Whether the breath brings you to love or love returns you to your breath, either way, it's an infinite figure eight. And when love is your only option, salvation is your only destiny. You feel that? That's the energy of your natural state, absent of any concern. Dare to love so deeply you forget what you're concerned about. A mother who loves their child with all of their heart and commitment is embracing the child through their changes so intimately they forget to be concerned. Dare to love yourself so deeply you forget to be concerned for yourself. Dare to love your loved one so deeply you forget to be concerned about them. And if there's something you can't stop being concerned about, ask yourself, what are the action steps I can take in my life to resolve it? And if there are action steps, act upon it. And if not, return to love. As interesting as it sounds, sometimes the freedom of will that you have is your greatest distraction. Because love is the only option, but you have the right to imagine any other option under the sun. And ain't that the greatest distraction? What keeps you from giving it all to love? Your options. You hear the statement, thy will be done. You know what that means? No more options. I choose love. And why do you choose love? Because love has chosen you. Love has chosen you. Isn't it about time that you choose it? When love is your only option, salvation is your only destiny. I love you. 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 There's nothing to feel or not to feel.
There's nothing to feel or not to feel.
There's only everything to love.
There's only everything to love.
There's nothing to think or not to think.
There's nothing to think or not to think.
There's only everything to love.
There's only everything to love.
There's nothing to be or not to be.
There's nothing to be or not to be.
There's just everything to love.
There's just everything to love.
There's nowhere to go or not to go.
There's nowhere to go or not to go.
There's just everything to love.
There's just everything to love.
There's nothing to do or not to do.
There's nothing to do or not to do.
And nothing to undo
And nothing to undo
or redo.
or redo.
There's just everything to love.
There's just everything to love.
There's nothing to say or not to say.
There's nothing to say or not to say.
There's just everything to love.
There's just everything to love.
There's nothing to think or not to think.
There's nothing to think or not to think.
There's just everything to love.
There's just everything to love.
There's nothing to create or not to create.
There's nothing to create or not to create.
There's nothing to recreate or uncreate.
There's nothing to recreate or uncreate.
There's just everything to love.
There's just everything to love.
I love you.